everyone. Now in our design of structure, today we are going to see our between beam and slab. Now before we going to see our next topic, in a previous video we saw that our most important chapter, one way slab. So first of all, what is types of slab, what is one way slab, what is two way slab, what is one way passing slab, and what is two way spanning slab. Then after we saw analysis of slab. So first of all, types of slab. So a slab is a plate element having a depth d, very small as compared to its length and width. A slab is used as a floor or a roof in a building, carry uniformly distributed load. Slab क्या है? One of the slab is a plate. उसकी डेप्थ क्या होगी? d and very small as compared to its length. डेप्थ वेरी स्मॉल होगी लेंथ के हिसाब से and width के हिसाब से. So it is slab. Slab is used as a floor or a roof in a building. किसके लिए यूजफुल होगा? यूज फॉर अ फ्लोर एंड रूफ एंड कैरी यूनिफॉर्मली डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड लोड, यानी कि यूडीएल लोड. स्लेब में भी कौन टाइप ऑफ स्लैब कौन कौन से हो गए? सिंपली सपोर्टेड, कंटिन्यूस एंड कैंटिलीवर. नाउ टाइप्स ऑफ स्लैब बेस्ड ऑन सपोर्ट कंडीशन. तो वन वे स्पानिंग स्लैब, टू वे स्पानिंग स्लैब, फ्लैट स्लैब resting directly on a column without beam, grid slab or a waffle slab, circular slab, and other shapes. Now what is one way spanning slab? So if the slab is supported on two opposite sides, it is called one way spanning slab. In this type of slab, load are transferred to 2 point opposite. And what is two way spanning slab? If the slab is supported on all four edges, so it is two way spanning slab. So the tendency of the slab is to bend in a both direction. Such slab are called two way slab. In two way slab, main reinforcement is provided along LX as well as LY direction. Now what is a flat slab? So when slab is directly supported on column विदाउट बीम, इट इज़ कॉल्ड एज फ्लैट स्लैब. फ्लैट स्लैब किसे बोलेंगे? जो स्लैब होगा वो डायरेक्टली किस पे सपोर्टेड होगा? इट इज़ सपोर्टेड डायरेक्टली ऑन कॉलम विदाउट बीम, सो इट इज़ कॉल्ड फ्लैट स्लैब. नाउ व्हाट इज़ अ ग्रिड स्लैब? सो व्हेन स्लैब इज सपोर्टेड ऑन अ बीम विथ column only on a periphery of the hall, the slab is called grid slab. Sometimes in a large hall, public places, marriage halls, auditorium, etc., a large column free area is required. In these cases, large deep beams may be permitted, but the column are permitted only on periphery. So the grid slab may be have rectangular grid or dia grid. Now analysis of slab. So slab are primarily flexural member as a beam and are analyzed and designed in the same manner as the beam. Analysis may be carried out as follows: elastic analysis and chord coefficient. So a strip of 1 meter width of a slab is considered and a load are found on a strip. This strip is analyzed as a beam of a 1 meter width. Then chord coefficient. This is a semi-empirical method of analysis based on inline theory. The coefficient given in chord may be directly used to analyze the slab. However, the redistribution of moment is not permitted in this case. Now inline theory. This is a limit state design method or collapse load method developed by Johnson. Now next is distinguish between beam and slab. What is beam and what is slab? The slab is analyzed as 1 meter wide beam. Normally compression reinforcement is not provided in slab. Shear reinforcement is not provided in a slab due to lower shear stress. Temperature reinforcement is provided perpendicular to the main reinforcement. The thickness of slab is very small as compared to beam. तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल स्लैब क्या है? स्लैब इज एनालाइज एज अ 1 मीटर वाइड बीम. कैसे एनालाइज करेंगे? स्लैब इज एनालाइज एज 1 मीटर वाइड बीम. स्लैब क्या है? वन ऑफ द बीम. कैसे एनालाइज करेंगे? 1 मीटर वाइड बीम. नॉर्मली कंप्रेशन रेनफोर्समेंट इज नॉट प्रोवाइडेड इन स्लैब. स्लैब के अंदर हम कंप्रेशन रेनफोर्समेंट प्रोवाइडेड नहीं करेंगे. shear reinforcement is not provided in a slab due to lower shear stress. ठीक है कि स्लैब के अंदर हम shear reinforcement नॉट प्रोवाइड करेंगे ड्यू टू लोअर shear stress. ठीक है, बीम की कंपैरिजन में shear stress कम होगा. एट दैट टाइम हम shear reinforcement प्रोवाइड नहीं करेंगे. टेम्परेचर reinforcement इज नॉट प्रोवाइडेड परपेंडिकुलर टू द मेन reinforcement. टेम्परेचर reinforcement हम प्रोवाइड नहीं करेंगे बिकॉज इट इज़ परपेंडिकुलर टू दी टेम्परेचर रेनफोर्समेंट हम प्रोवाइड करेंगे विच इज़ परपेंडिकुलर टू द मेन रेनफोर्समेंट. द थिकनेस ऑफ स्लैब इज़ वेरी स्मॉल एज कम्पेयर टू बीम. स्लैब की जो थिकनेस होगी वो वेरी स्मॉल रहेगी एज कम्पेयर टू बीम. बीम के कंपेरिजन में स्लैब की थिकनेस स्मॉल रहेगी. नाउ नेक्स्ट इज़ अ वन वे सिंपली सपोर्टेड स्लैब. One way simply supported slab. So here plan of this slab section is given. So it is a one way simply supported beam. Strip is provided. Then bent up bar is additional bent up bar is provided. Then distribution steel is also provided in a slab. Now first of all design consideration. So when you going to design one way simply supported slab, first of all effective depth is consideration. तो कैसे फाइंड आउट करेंगे? सो इट इज़ फाइंड आउट बाय फॉर फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल हम इफेक्टिव डिप के लिए हम रिफ्लेक्शन कंट्रोल फाइंड आउट करेंगे. वो कैसे फाइंड करेंगे? इट इज़ टेकन एज L/D रेशियो. सो L/D रेशियो शुड बी 20/MF. सो MF इज मॉडिफिकेशन फैक्टर. So it is given in IS 456 2000 page number 38 and figure number 4. Now assume percentage of steel of 0.3 to 0.6%. So for Fs is equal to 0.58 Fy multiplied by AST required divided by AST provided. Now initially assume that AST required is equal to AST provided. So yield strength, different type of steel we used like Fy 250, Fy 415, Fe 500, Fe 250, Fe 415 and Fe 500. So for Fe 250, Fy is equal to 250 Newton per mm square, where Fs is equal to 0.58 multiplied by 250, it is 145 Newton per mm square. When Fe is equal to 415, Fy is equal to 415 Newton per mm square. So Fs is equal to 0.58 multiplied by 415. So it is 240 Newton per mm square. When Fe 500, Fy is equal to 500 Newton per mm square. So Fs is equal to 0.58 multiplied by 500. So it is 290 Newton per mm square. तो फर्स्ट हमें मिल गया इफेक्टिव डेप्थ. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल स्लैब की हम डेप्थ फाइंड आउट करेंगे, इफेक्टिव डेप्थ. देन इफेक्टिव स्पान. वो कैसे फाइंड आउट करेंगे? क्लियर स्पान प्लस डी सेकेंड C/C of the support, center to center of the support, whichever is smaller. So effective span कैसे फाइंड करेंगे? वो ऑल्सो गिवन इन IS 456 2000 पेज 34 clause 22.2. Now reinforcement requirement. So there are three factor consideration. First of all minimum reinforcement, then maximum diameter and minimum diameter. So minimum reinforcement कैसे फाइंड आउट करेंगे? So it is also is given IS 456 2000 page 48 clause 26.5.2.1. So for Fe 250 percentage of steel is equal to 0.15% of total cross section area. It is B into D. For Fe 415 or Fe 500, PT is equal to 0.12% of total cross section area. Now maximum diameter. So maximum diameter of bar should not be more than 1 of 8 multiplied by D. So where capital D equal to overall depth of the slab. Now second, minimum diameter. So it is given in SP16 पेज नंबर 34. सो फॉर मेन बार एंड इट्स मिनिमम डायमीटर. सो जो हम मिनिमम डायमीटर के अंदर प्लेन बार प्रोवाइड करेंगे, सो डायमीटर ऑफ दी स्टील शुड बी 10 mm डायमीटर. डिफॉर्म बार इट इज़ 8 mm डायमीटर. नाउ देन फॉर डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन बार, सो प्लेन बार it should be have 6 mm diameter and deform bar it should have 6 mm diameter. Now check for a cracking. For a main steel it is 3 into diameter and 300 mm where D equal to effective depth. Spacing should not exceed smaller of these two value. ठीक है, spacing ये जो दो diameter है उससे कम नहीं होना चाहिए. Now for distribution steel it is 5D and 450 mm. For distribution steel spacing should not exceed smaller of these two value. Now check for the deflection. तो first of all L by D ratio हमने टेकन लिया है. It is for effective depth, so L by D into 20 into MF. So MF is obtained by IS 456 2000 page 38. Now find actual L by D ratio. If actual L by D is less than allowable L by D, so it is okay. नाउ चेक फॉर डेवलपमेंट लेंथ. वो कैसे फाइंड आउट करेंगे? सो इट इज़ ऑल्सो गिवन इन IS 456 2000 पेज 44 क्लोज 26.2.3.3. सो LD शुड बी लेस देन और इक्वल टू 1.3 M1 by V प्लस L0. सो वेर LD इक्वल टू 5 into sigma S divided 4 into tau B into D. So where sigma S is equal to 0.87 Fy. So it is also given IS 456 2000 page 42 or it is also given in SP16 page number 184. So 50% steel is bent up near support, therefore find MR for 50% of steel only. So M1 is equal to moment of resistance for 50% steel at support. V equal to shear force at support. L0 equal to sum of anchorage beyond center of support. Now first is D, second is 12 diameter. So take L0 is the smaller of two value. Now for a main steel, if area of steel is greater than 300 mm square, use 10 diameter bar. If AST is less than 300 mm square, use 8 diameter bar. Now for a distribution steel, if AST is greater than 200 mm square, use 8 diameter bar, and for AST is less than 200 mm square, use 6 diameter bar. So in this way it is the design consideration for one way simply supported slab. तो फर्स्ट ऑफ डिज़ाइन कंसिडरेशन में क्या क्या इंक्लूडेड होगा? तो फर्स्ट इज इफेक्टिव डेप्थ, सेकंड इज इफेक्टिव स्पान, रेनफोर्समेंट रिक्वायरमेंट. तो रेनफोर्समेंट रिक्वायरमेंट में क्या आएगा? मिनिमम रेनफोर्समेंट, मैक्सिमम डायमीटर, सो इट इज़ 1/8 मोर देन 1/8 इंटू डी, कैपिटल डी इक्वल टू ओवरऑल डेप्थ ऑफ दिस स्लैब. देन थर्ड इज मिनिमम डायमीटर, and last is check for cracking for main steel, distribution steel, and check for deflection and check for development length. ठीक है, so it is the design consideration for a one way simply supported slab. Now distinguish between beam and slab. The fifth factor are affected. The first is slab is analyzed as a 1 meter wide beam. Normally compression reinforcement is not provided in slab. Shear reinforcement is not provided in slab due to lower shear stress. temperature reinforcement is provided perpendicular to the main reinforcement, and the thickness of slab is very small as compared to B.